All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2, if you will, of Apex Dynasty. We got Jordan, the AKA the champion, in the house. What's up, Jordan? How you doing?
Nothing, man. How you doing?
Man, just having a good time, man. You already know I've been posting in the chat, for a long time. I'm super excited. I can't wait for the draft or for the draft. Draft has already happened. NBA draft is tonight, but I can't wait for the league, the fantasy football to actually start. It's going to be super exciting, man. So here's what's going on, right, Jordan? Me and you have already talked about it. For those who are listening in, watching in, top 1 through 25 guys, top 25 guys. I made my list. Jordan made his list. Real quick before we pass it on over to Jordan, my list is based off of Dynasty rankings. Okay, these are the top 25 guys. If you were to do a redraft today, these are the guys that I would pick first, 25. So most of my guys, if I have X person here, I'm probably not going to be trading him, trade like player for player, but it all depends on needs and other stuff like that. So Jordan, how did you base your rankings off of it?
Kind of same thing. I did it all based on Dynasty and kind of this, over these next few years, especially probably focus on the next 3, 4, 5 years, who I would want the most of anybody. Trade value kind of included. Also, if we were doing a redraft, kind of it's all the same kind of who I think are the most important players in Dynasty fantasy.
I think redraft, you're going to have a lot of players that are in the back end. I know you're hating on Devontae Adams, but if you're in a redraft league, Devontae Adams is going to be top 10. You may not even think that, but I mean, that's just an example, right? So let's just hop right into it, man. Like, I'll go ahead and start with my top 3 guys. I know you told me you have a lot of quarterbacks in your top 25. I do not have a quarterback in my top 3, okay? So overall consensus, Jonathan Taylor, okay?
That's not what consensus means, but that's cool.
All right, whatever works. Overwhelming number 1, Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
Okay. You want me to say mine?
What are yours, man?
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Justin Jefferson.
Dang. Justin Jefferson. Really? So over JT. I get that. Let me ask you why don't you have JT in top 3?
Last longer. JT is going to be probably 4 or 5 more really solid years. JJ is going to be, who knows, man, another 8, 9 years. I'd rather have JJ. It's close, but I'd rather have Justin Jefferson.
So 2 quarterbacks.
I think that's 12 to 14 years. So I think they're more
2 quarterbacks in your top 3. That's tough. Now, obviously, we're just talking pure rankings. I respect that. If you had the first overall pick, you're telling me you're going with Patrick Mahomes.
I think so. Yeah.
That's kind of what I did last year. It didn't work out for me, right? So if anybody's going into a redraft or a dynasty, startup league, look at your needs, do mock drafts. Obviously, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about rankings. So, all right. So let's do 3 or 4 through. Let's do 4 through 8.
4 through 8, I've got Jamar Chase, JT, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow.
Dang, man, you're super solid on those quarterbacks this year, man. I respect it.
I think they're the most important position for our league. I think they're the most important.
They are in Dynasty. They are an important position, especially if it's a super flex. I don't know if we mentioned this guy, but these are rankings based off of a super flex, based off of our league, similar to what our standings and our rankings are. Okay, so my 4 through 8 is, I don't know if I said 4 through 8, 4 through 7. Anyways, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Najee Harris. Don't be surprised. Gonna get a reaction out of Jordan. I already know. Christian McCaffrey, and then Justin Herbert.
Oh my goodness.
Call me crazy. I think again, you already know how I am on that if factor. If they stay healthy, if Christian McCaffrey is what he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he's going to be the clear number 1 overall pick. Nobody's willing to make that. How do you say that jump or that faith leaning forward to take him but that's who I have, man. So I'm pretty excited about this
Let
list.
me
So
ask
far.
about this Christian McCaffrey thing. That would be my biggest one on there. How many good years do you think he's got left?
How many good years he
Two
has left?
max.
Injury is always going to be a factor, and I was considering putting him a lot lower, but I'm obviously writing that he's going to be healthy. But if he can stay healthy and, you know, if he gets his body right, I think ultimately he could last maybe 3, maybe even 4 more years. Solid production. It may not be what he had last, you know, when we last seen him, but I do think he has an opportunity to be able to get back to that peak performance. You know, may not be full 100 catches, but maybe closer towards 50 catches. I do still think he's going to be a solid fantasy asset if he stays healthy. If he gets injured again, I'm out on him.
All right.
I'm out. All right. But I do respect the quarterbacks. I think we have our quarterbacks somewhat there. I think you had who were your 3 quarterbacks? You had Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen.
So far of the top,
you had Justin Herbert.
Top guys we've said, I have Mahomes, Josh Allen, Herbert, and Burrow are my top.
Okay.
One.
So I think our quarterbacks
are the top 7. 4 of mine are quarterbacks.
Okay, I think as far as where we have our rankings for our quarterbacks are similar rankings as far as who's number 1 quarterback, number 2 quarterback, number 3 quarterback. We've already have those. My top 15 rounded off. We have CeeDee Lamb, my boy Devontae Adams, Joe Burrow.
Oh, how far are you going, bro? Because we're still at like number. Just finish off your top 10. 8, 9, 10. Who you got? 8, 9, 10.
All right, Devontae Adams is at 10. So 8, 9, and 10. So Justin Herbert, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams.
Okay, so finishing off my top 10, I have Lamar, Kyler Murray, and Cooper Kupp.
Man, you're still at the okay. I respect Cooper Kupp, but still, man, those. So how many quarterbacks is in your top 10?
That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 10 are quarterbacks.
6, and I only have 3. So quarterbacks are definitely a value. It depends. Who do you guys agree on? Is it Jordan's value? My value? I'm curious to see once this is posted, everybody's comments.
It's
But let's focus on that one there. All right, Jordan, just go 10 through 15.
Okay.
Or 11 through 15.
All right, so I have my next 5 would be DeAndre Swift, Najee Harris, Javonte Williams, CeeDee Lamb, and Kyle Pitts.
Wow, a tight end in your top 15.
Yeah.
That's bold, man. That's bold. I respect it though. We saw what he did last year. He got off to a slow start. It'd be interesting to see what he does. He needs a quarterback. I think we can agree on that.
My thinking is it's already the hardest position to find like top end value. And he is super young and already had a monster season. So going forward, there's no tight end you'd rather have.
So who was? So I'm just curious. Just tell me, you had Pitts at 15. Who's 16?
Yeah.
Who's 16?
Mark Andrews.
Oh my gosh, that does nothing for me. All right, I want to come back to this Kyle Pitts because I'm having a hard time at that. You're talking about middle of the second round. If we're doing a startup league again, middle of the second round, you're going tight end
and trade value, I guess.
Trade value. Okay. All right. So here's my.
I think Kyle Pitts has super high trade value. Let's hear your.
Right, here's my 11 to 15. So I got Joe Burrow at 11, Austin Eckler at 15, Derrick Henry 13, Lamar Jackson to round it off with 15, Cooper Kupp. Okay. And
we've had a lot of the same guys, just different order. You've got a lot of the
different order.
I don't have any of these older guys.
So I'm going to part of my list. Yes, it's Dynasty, long-term value, but if you're trying to win not just this year, but next year, the year after, you're going to have to get some of these solid guys. Not unless your first year, you're just doing what Adam did. He just said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to call it an L this year, and I'm not even going to try to win this year because I'm drafting is young guys, rookies, and hopefully building up for success. There's a lot of hope with that strategy, but obviously, we'll see what Adam does this year. Hopefully it might pay off for him, but I don't think that's a good strategy. But I don't think you really did that last year with you, did you? Like you didn't. weren't that bold with your drafting.
I did young studs, bro. I did JT. I did DeAndre Swift. I was going young.
But I think
Young,
what we know now,
already good.
If we applied what we know now, what we knew then, I bet you everybody's draft would be different. Everybody's draft would be different, especially their strategy. Okay, so I got the next 5 here. So 16, I got Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Swift at 17, Kyler Murray, your boy, Javonte Williams, 19, and then AJ Brown at the top 20.
You got a bunch of guys I don't even have on my list, man. It's crazy.
Guys, I'm gonna be looking at your list once we post it after this video drops. I'm gonna be looking at it. It's gonna be interesting.
All right. So 16 through 20, I already said Mark Andrews. He's super young. I think tight end is a premium position. Kelsey, Kittle, those guys who are really good are also super old. So you want these young tight ends at a position. Usually it takes tight ends a long time to develop. Those guys are already super solid and young. So 16, Mark Andrews. Next, I have Debo, followed by Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Breece Hall.
So you're telling me, I respect the Breece Hall, but you're telling me you'd rather have Kyle Pitts over Jalen Waddle?
They might be out of order a little bit.
That's all I'm saying. That's all
I'm
saying.
know, dude.
Like
that would be a trade that I would definitely have to think about big time,
it's
depending
tough.
on
player for player, depending on your position. If you got your boy, who were you all about the other day?
I don't know.
Your 13th round tight end.
Oh, Tyler Higbee.
Tyler Higbee. If you had Tyler Higbee in your back pocket, you might make that trade. But
that's exactly what that is, though. Tyler Higbee's a back pocket guy. Kyler Pitts, you are set for tight end for the next 10 years. You don't have to worry about that. Honestly, I think having Jalen Waddle, if Eric offered me Kyle Pitts straight up for Jalen Waddle, that would be tough.
That's tough. That's tough. There might have to be a little bit extra thrown in there. All right, just for the sake of time, let's round that off here. Go ahead and finish out your top 25.
The rest of my top 25, Trevor Lawrence, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott, Derrick Henry, and Austin Eckler.
Man, Trevor Lawrence, after his trash year last year, you still have him in your top 25.
Super young, and I still believe in the potential.
The potential, yeah, I need to see more. I need to see more. That's blind faith right now on him. Again, I'm not taking all those guys that you said after him. I'm not taking Lawrence first. I'd rather have those other guys because I already know what the production I'm going to get.
It just depends, I think, on if you're trying to win right now or if you're wanting to build a dynasty. Because Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, I've got Eckler. I plan on him only being good for 2 more years. Derrick Henry, I think he's got 1 year left. Trevor Lawrence, if he ends up being what everyone thinks he could be, that's 10 years. That's 10 years of value.
Definitely is the dynasty looking at it, taking these guys. And not only that, once you have these older guys that I love my older guys, knowing when to get rid of them, knowing when to kind of sell high, or they might just retire my bench.
Go quickly through your list. I want to hear, I'm going to count as you go, how many guys you have on your list that I don't even have on my list.
All right. So I don't have a rookie. You have Breece Hall, so I respect that pick. I mean, you could easily go in there, but I'm going with guys that I actually know.
Just go 1 through 25. Name them off. I want to see. I'm going to count up how many I don't even have.
All right, so 1 through 25, which also complete my list. So Jonathan Taylor, number 1. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Najee Harris, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Herbert, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams. Those are my top 10. Joe Burrow, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Swift, Kyler Murray, Javonte Williams, and then picking up where we left off, AJ Brown, Alvin Kamara, Deebo Samuel, Tyreek Hill, Joe Mixon, and Dak Prescott.
Wow, 5 guys in your top 25 that I don't even have on my list.
It's going to be bold, man.
That means I've got 5 guys that you don't have. Who are they? It's Breece Hall, Trevor Lawrence.
Your tight ends. And your tight ends.
Pitts, Andrews. Who else is there?
I think there's another quarterback on there that you don't have.
Dak. I put Dak on there.
So, all right, guys. Well, that's it. Let us know I wish we had more time. We have to do this more often. Jordan, thank you for joining me, man. It was fun and exciting. Until next time, guys.
Later.